Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Legacies. This is episode 10. That is right, double digits. We are flying of season 3. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far, and hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day. So the last episode, really interesting. Pretty much we was pitting Hope and Lizzie against each other. A little monster come. At first it was little, it looked like a little Furby, and everybody wanted to get it. It's like, oh, it's so cute, so cute. And what it was doing is it was causing chaos and mayhem, and it was pitting people against each other. And pretty much, yeah, the more people, you know, was angry, the more like there was distaste, the more it grew. And towards the end of the episode, it was massive. Literally, it was so big, and it was coming after them. And it didn't help as well that it actually took Cleo and when he actually went to find her, they were saying, mate, I'm sorry, but when it was dragging me away, I said some bad things, mate. I had a potty mouth, and yeah, that is why it's so big. And Landon come and using his knowledge, he said the way that you could decrease the size is by showing respect to each other. Obviously, Lizzie and Hope, they've been butting heads all episode. You know, Lizzie's not happy with how Hope would do whatever it takes to pretty much get Landon back, whether it was hurting her, whether it's hurting Lizzie or hurting Josie. She didn't care. All she was thinking about is Landon, and Lizzie obviously wasn't happy about that. And you know, Landon was trying to say, look, mate, you guys are pretty much the same. You have to, you know, you're really strong witches, you're very confident, no, you do whatever it takes to save your family members. So just literally respect each other. And then they was pretty much saying, like, Hope was like, look, mate, I wish that I could tell the brutal honest truth like you. Hope was saying, and Lizzie was like, mate, I wish that I had your badass attitude where you can go and defeat anybody. And you know, he was bouncing off good little things, and it was getting smaller and smaller and smaller until it shriveled up. It's small enough for him to go over and just poof, stomp it out, mate. So that's how I defeated this one with the help of Landon. Landon said some great things this episode. He was an asset to the team, even without any supernatural powers. He even said to Hope as well, mate, you care about me too much. Which sounds crazy, but it's like, there's a point where you care for me so much it starts repelling everybody away from you. So like, because you're so focused on me and how much you love me, which is great, I love you too really much, I'm not going anywhere, but because you show so much faith in me, show so much love and so much like everything towards me, it rubs off the wrong way in other people. It feels like you neglect them, or you don't really care about what they think and the feelings. And there's plenty of hope to go around. I'm going nowhere, you're staying here. There's a lot of love for everybody. She was like, do you know what? When did you start getting so smart, mate? When did you become this handsome? You know? And she's like, I know what I need to do. And she went to find Lizzie, and she was like, look, you know, if you're going to try and find a Malvo pit, I'm going to help you. But tonight we're thinking about watching a movie, do you want to come and join? She was like, I don't know whether like really want to be a third wheel. She's like, mate, just come along, mate. You know, Landon's back, we're getting closer again, you'll have a good time. And she accepted, which was nice. Now obviously Lizzie again is missing Josie, and she admitted that to Hope in this episode as well. She thought that she was dealing well with it, but she's not. And Josie is a mad stuff going on in her school. You know, Rick he's struggling a little bit at letting her go, which is understandable. A dad don't want to send his kid off into the wilderness, especially leaving him in his school and going to a new one where he can't have any control over, as well as obviously leaving the place where she lives to live in a new place. You know, he feel like he's not going to see her, he's missing her already. And he's kind of spying on her. He filled in as a gym teacher or whatever, coach of the football team. And obviously E10's there. He's just been cut, so he's not the QB anymore. Obviously, he's not feeling good about himself. Got into a fight with somebody else. Rick made them go and run laps. He went to go and get a ball, and nearly got hit by a bus. Boom! MG come, pushed him out of the way, kind of like Edward Cullen when he went and saved Bella. And, you know, he was like, wow, like, how did you get over here so fast? Obviously, they admitted they was vampires. They had a discussion, Josie, Rick and MG, like what they should do about it. They said they was going to compel him. He was there, they tried it, didn't work, mate. Because obviously Rick told his mum about all the supernatural. She started feeding him Vervain. And I questioned how the hell is that happening. Smart. Played it into his obviously arm injury. She said she was sending him tablets, medication. Pretty much out of Vervain inside of it. And that's how he's been taking it. So the compulsion didn't work, but it worked out in like 4 hours time. be able to be compelled because he took one of the tablets in the morning. So he spent time with MG. They clicked, you know. He loves comic books. He loves all this like stuff that MG does, and they become like decent friends. Ethan seemed really decent and really nice in this episode. And when push come to shove, MG didn't. He didn't compel him to forget, because we've seen at the end of the episode he was throwing the ball. He was still talking about how fast he is. He's quicker than Usain Bolt. He was laughing. He's having a good time. But like I said, man, a human knowing normally doesn't work out well. To be honest, Matt was fine up until, what was it, like season 6, and they started to become a proper vampire hater. Most of it was vampires in that show. That's why it's called The Vampire Diaries. We did have obviously Bonnie, who was an absolute beast, but not many witches. This show, Legacy, seems to be all about witchiness with a couple of vampires on the side. So it's kind of like flips. It's pretty decent, but I'm interested obviously to see how this guy copes with the supernatural stuff. If he sees Malavo, if he panics, if he runs off, he starts telling everyone. I mean, loads of things can happen. Obviously Rick as well spent more time with Joel. Says she admitted that obviously she's missing everyone, and there's a girl in the school and it's complicated, and you know she still needs a dad for help. Invited him in for dinner. They was at Elena's house, and then Rick said something like, mate, yeah, I think I'm going to have to come in because I don't want Damon giving you advice. It's like, what, mate, Damon? What timeline we're on here? Like, literally, I thought he was dead, you know? So, I mean, that's funny. But even if it's not Damon, whose house is she staying at? Literally, who is she staying with? To me, it's not good enough to say, I'm staying with mum's friend. I need to know who's that mum friend, mate. Is it Bonnie? Yeah? Who is it? You know, tell me this information. But again, Dorian, using his expertise, found out some information about the object that Hope threw into the lake that didn't actually work at the time to try and get landing. And it was a picture of Einstein. He was with it. And I can't remember, there was 2 other people as well. Big, powerful people in the past, they had it as well. So, I mean, it has got some big connection. And we did see a flashback of Ryan as well in, like, was it like 1933 or 1833? So maybe he's back in it in this episode. I don't know. But like I said, man, so much is going on. It is really interesting. Looks like a Cleo and Caleb are coming in a relationship as well. So that's another bonus, because she's been really good since she's been introduced. So I have no problem with that either. So I can't wait for today's episode. If you guys enjoy it, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 10 of season 3 of Legacies.
I forgot my ID. Can you hook me up with some beer?
Get out of here, kid.
What are you doing, man?
Were y'all using these? I think we need to have a talk.
What do you think you're doing?
Turning ourselves in for armed robbery. And after serving our sentences, we're going to devote our lives to community service.
I mean, you used it for good. I can't really slag you. I can't. I just think it's a bad move.
What is that sound?
I'm humming.
Are you unwell?
Quite the opposite. Everything is right in the world. Today is going to be a good day.
Tea.
See? Scones. Right.
Yeah, you didn't happen to see any slugs crawling around?
No. No. Nothing is putting me in a bad mood today, but Cleo and I are going to get some quality roomy time.
Right, I've got one very important question, and it is very important. On a scone, you obviously, mandatory, it should be a law that you have jam and cream with a scone, or you might as well just bin it because you're not doing it right. But what comes first? The jam or the cream? Big question. Interested to find out what you guys say.
You forgot your sweater. I thought you might need it after the ice-cold way that you violated twin code. You have a crush, and you told our father before telling me. I'm here to help.
No.
Lizzie,
She's gonna ruin it, mate.
Finch is a completely normal human.
So great to see you.
What are you
You
doing,
haven't
mate?
lost a problem?
oh, she's great. Susan Williams, we have an angsty teenage high school impossible crush problem.
Love you.
I don't know why, but I really like Josie. Like, I just clicked with her, man.
And physique.
Yes, that was good.
Heard you might have had a late night doing totally normal, completely unheroic things. Yesterday was awesome. I want to do it again. And this way, you won't have to compel people all the time. You can keep your identity a secret. We just got lucky last night. Mystic Falls barely has one robbery a day. Figure if I'm your human sidekick, the least I can do is help you find our next case. Or am I the only one that had fun yesterday?
No, it's fun, man, but it's not the best. It's not a good play. It's not, is it? Like, right. if he goes around with a mask and he's just running a million miles an hour, it doesn't matter if you know it's MG or not. It's raising. Somebody will see that there's a supernatural, and word will spread, and it'll just be a common thing that there's supernatural. Not that like it's a bad thing. They might love it, like Spider-Man, for example. I mean, I love Spider-Man. It's absolutely unreal. But what I'm saying is, people know it, and it's a person in a mask, and it's highlighted that there's somebody different. Well, right now, nobody knows, and that's the best thing. It's chill. This guy's on the hype, you know, but it could actually be pretty good if everybody knew there were supernaturals around and they called them the Super Squad, and they all come rocking up, mate, and everybody knows who they are. But then that's like The Boys, and we can't go down that avenue because The Boys is sick, and you don't want to be copying it. If you've never seen The Boys, go and watch it. It's on Amazon, and I've actually got the seasons on my channel, so plug on that one as well. Yes, Lisa.
You're back. All that drama at my old school is completely done. Making myself available to anything or whatever.
Whatever include staying on campus for lunch.
I'd love that.
She's so cute, man.
I totally get it. She's hot. Called a meet cute, my young Padawan. Romcom 101. And step 1 is now officially complete.
I hope it goes well, man. I hope
Stand
it
up
goes well.
straight, chin up. There, much better.
You said Rasputin, Napoleon, and Einstein all held this thing?
And Queen Elizabeth I.
Big up the Queen.
No, not that I'm not thrilled to be on Team Library. Kinda feels like a vampire would be able to look through these books a lot faster than me.
Hope asked me to keep an eye on you. I think she'll see it while she's testing out her new theory.
What theory?
Oh, I reckon she.
I
How
must
does
say,
she
you seem
think
rather
she's
relaxed about our lives being in danger.
What if you were what Maliver wants?
Why would he want me?
No clue. Next step would be testing my theory. Lower the perimeter spells and pretend like we're having a good time. And if we can get a talking monster, we might actually get some answers. I mean, I figured if one of us is going to be used as bait, we might as well enjoy it. Besides, not all the monsters are that bad. One of them was even sort of whimsical.
Imagine if they are coming for her and she's not a baddie or nothing. She's just a standard nice person, but they do want her.
It might not be as bad as it seems. Probably as bad as it seems.
Foolish girls. Oh,
Oh, dominated her.
Definitely after you. Now we just have to find out why.
What's with the lights?
It's just like a walking horror movie.
The Wendigo in the monster pool?
Rookie mistake. It's never a Wendigo.
What type of power is that?
I think she's a banshee. How do we get answers out of a banshee without our brains melting?
You get a pen and paper, mate. That's what you do. Old
All the time
style.
in the world, right?
Spontaneous life highlight. I'm talking night swimming. I'm talking impromptu road trip.
I thought you said this wasn't your department.
Preparing my office.
If
That
we can
body
just get
looks
to
well
step
good.
4, it's automatic.
I want her to actually like me.
Never gonna happen. Because that would require you to actually shoot your shot.
Well, then I'll ask her out on a real date.
Alternate step 2. Extroverted
Yes.
sister provokes
That was good.
introverted sister out of her comfort zone.
That was good. It was good, actually. So that was like the Lizzie system. But have you ever seen the Dennis system from It's Always Sunny? You got to demonstrate your value. Then E, you engage physically. You ask her, does she want to go out on a date? You know, you just take her out. You have a good time. And obviously, so you've engaged. Then you got the N, which is nurture dependent. So obviously, he does something like he rings her up as an angry neighbour, shouts at her, makes her cry, and she needs to depend on him. So she rings, Dennis, can you come over, like I'm feeling sad? So he's getting his connections. The other end is you neglect her. So he continues calling her and abusing her, and she gets upset, and she starts ringing Dennis to see if he comes round, and he starts just blanking her. So she's literally being neglected. She's feeling even worse. And you inspire hope. So he comes around, he stands outside a window, he's playing music. I'm sorry, I feel so connected to you. I just feel like we clicked really well and I got scared. You know, it's kind of like Josie was saying when she was didn't turn up for the meet. And then you got S, which is separate entirely.
Whatever that thing is.
She is a banshee.
And I just lost 20 bucks. Totally at Wendigo.
Apparently, it's never a Wendigo.
Relegated to the junior squad ever since
At MG,
Why are you up here?
I am supposed to be researching how to allow the banshee to speak without using her mouth, but
Because if you can't get the monster to talk, you can't figure out why they want you. Things just came over me. I think I know we can solve both our problems at the same time.
All the good stuff must happen tonight, right?
I dig the enthusiasm. I really do. You know, we can just hang out
Maybe there's an evil version of you, a super-powered bad guy just waiting to attack, and it's just nice to have something to care about.
It's a tough one, this. He's gonna stay.
We always find a way to stop the monster. I'm sure I can handle it.
The banshees, whenever they appear, death is not far behind.
Cleo and I know how to get this monster to talk.
Yeah, mate. Start talking, Jed.
It allows one to speak through another as a conduit.
She's like, smart.
You thought of this?
Yeah, I know, right? Hope, we're ready.
He told me it's basically a truth weed. If we give it to Jed, the banshee can't lie to us.
Yeah, he looks good.
Trapping my voice in a body that cannot scream.
Or lie. Now we can have a civilized conversation.
Malavoy promised me freedom from the darkness in exchange for bringing him that girl. You are forcing me to tell the truth, but that does not mean I have to answer.
Ask your question.
Ask what you really wish to know.
Who's gonna die?
If she stays here, he dies.
She's gone, mate. Wait. Actually, if she stays here, he dies. But okay, he never specified the she. This is the thing, because okay, we directed the conversation to to Cleo and said Malvo wants her, but then we altered it back to Hope, and then it was like if she stays. So to me, okay, more than likely he was talking about Cleo. Even I've got to admit that I'm not gonna play like stupid. I would say 90% he was probably talking about Cleo, but knowing the show, knowing the fast ones that he pulls, knowing the stuff that we see, I'm going to throw 10% on the side of he's talking about Hope. And if someone's dying, it's got to be Hope. I don't want anyone else to die. I want you to die, Hope. Literally, I've wanted you to die ever since I seen you. Not that out of the show, because I want your tribrid side to be activated. Because right now you're only a hybrid. And I've seen you for 3 seasons in this, and 1 season, well, 4 seasons looking like this Hope, and 1 season as the other. So I'm on 5 seasons now of not a tribrid. Disappointing. Even though I do like you, you're really good. But I want to see the full side activated now.
Wow, to eat twice in one day.
Hope, can we talk about?
There's no need to. I know you're new here, but there's always a loophole. Okay, it's basically our school motto.
Confidence.
I know that there's been weird energy between us since the first moment I saw you. But it's not because I'm not into you, because I am into you. I usually mess things like this up, and I really don't want to mess this up. I like you. I like you in a way that I haven't liked somebody in a really long time. So I think that we should give this a shot. So
please say
do you maybe want to hang out tonight?
She can't tonight.
Got plans.
Short notice. Tomorrow night then, maybe?
I can't too. Something's happened. Because she is into her.
Monsters are always coming after someone. We've never made anyone leave because of it.
Would you be happy if I left?
Yes.
I slipped it in your
Because
drink.
trickweed can also be used to make tea.
You are smart, mate. Oh, come on now. Let's be honest. I've got, like... I like to look at things objectively, and we give everyone a fair go, don't we? Okay. Would I want her to leave? Yes. Yeah? Okay. I would. If I was Hope, I would. But does it mean I want her to leave? See, I've just said the same thing. Do I want her to leave? Yes. But do I want her to leave? No. And if you're catching my drift, I want her to leave because I want Landon to stay alive. But do I physically want her to leave? No, I don't. I don't mind her. I like her. She's good. She's my roommate. She's helped us. But the only time I want her to leave is to make sure Landon's safe. That doesn't mean I don't like you. Doesn't mean that... If it was in any other circumstances, I would want you to go away. So, yeah, I understand she's put the weed in. And that is her opinion right now. But it's only opinion because she wants Landon safe. If it wasn't Landon, then it'd be no. So, again, it's a tough one. I personally don't think Hope said anything bad. I just think that it would have been anyone. If it was Lizzie, Raph, Josie. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Caleb, MG. Do you want me to leave? Yeah. But she physically doesn't want them to, but she just wants to keep Landon safe. We've seen it consistent with each other. Do whatever it takes to keep Landon safe, so it's good. I actually like Cleo, yeah? What's happened with Finch? I feel like it's an anniversary of someone's death. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's just bad time. when she was saying that she liked her, she looked like she was really loving it. Like, yeah, I like you too. Do you want to go out? She's gonna be like, yeah, tonight. Tonight's not a good timing. Maybe tomorrow, but it's always tough again. It's one of them tough ones, mate. Tomorrow I can't. Sorry, I'm working. Next day, I've already got plans. But how bad is it when physically you do already have plans and you're not chatting? You actually got something going on, like really important, and you're like, for the next week, I actually can't, but we could do it next week. But that person who's expressed all the feelings, they probably just feel like they've just been rejected. Do you know what I mean? I would love to know what she's got going on. Hopefully we find out.
She said she had plans, which didn't even involve coming up with a good excuse.
We're just in a slightly different rom-com now. The steal her back from less worthy competition story.
I just want to know who she's seeing and if it's serious.
Yeah.
Could do some magic?
Legend says that a banshee is a demon drawn to inconsolable grief. The person that you once were is still in there.
After her child was taken, no one could tell her what happened to her. No one could heal the hole in her heart. That's when I found her. She knows you will be no different than anyone else. The full moon rises, and this body is about to turn.
We need to unlink Jed from the banshee before he turns.
Hondas. Now that Cleo's gone, is Landon safe?
Oh, don't listen to her.
I am bound to tell the truth, remember? I was not sent to capture Cleo. I was sent to drive her away from your protection.
Cleo cloaked herself in my locator, so I'm gonna have to find her the old-fashioned way. I can't let her die when I'm the one that sent her away.
I think you'll want these when you find her.
A bag of clothes?
You don't need a locator spell. You're a wolf.
She was inside my head, making me do things. Ah! I think I saw something. A memory. I think I know her name.
I've seen my mom's files. Our high school has a weird history of unexplained events.
You're just a human sidekick.
I mean, leaving him there though in the woods, MG, when you know a wolf's running around is not a smart idea either. No way, is she a wolf, mate? Wow, no way, is Finch a wolf?
I smell you.
Melissa?
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were a werewolf. I thought, who are you? It's complicated.
Lizzie?
What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, when am I gonna die? Get bit?
Wolves are always gonna chase vampires first. Go.
I can't believe she's a wolf. What a good twist.
Your instincts are telling you to bite me right now, but you can fight it. We don't have to hurt each other.
Mate, I didn't expect him to save the day either. I'm gonna clap it. You've got to, haven't you? Got to give respect when they pull something out that you didn't expect. I didn't clock full moon, couldn't be around. She said tomorrow, you see. This is where I was thinking, like, why not tomorrow? Maybe because she wakes up somewhere naked in the middle of nowhere, don't know how to find her way back. I thought that was great. Mate, I knew it was definitely... At first I thought, is that Hope in the school now? As soon as I clocked it, I Hope, I knew it was her. What a good twist. Now, it's crazy, isn't it? Because, well, first of all, like, how does she usually survive the full moons? I'm not having that she locks herself in the school. I'm not having it. Chaining herself to, like, what, just a random pipe. We've seen Tyler proper chained up in cellars and all that. The guys ripped through walls, smashed through iron gates. Not strong enough to hold them. That's why they have special cells at the school. Now, it'd be interesting to get her over into the school. They need recruits, yeah? Just go over there. It'd be really good. But then Josette could go back as well. But she wants to try and live a normal life. It is very good. Like, this is... I've got to say, first of all, I was well invested in what was going on then. I was silent. I was looking at it. I actually thought someone might die. I was invested real bad. I'm still invested. But I feel like the... chaos is gone now after he's come on and clocked her. It's so good. I actually loved this twist, or if you call it a twist. I actually do really love it. It's great.
I know who you were before you died, Galen.
Very good, but you're too late.
I know what happened to your son!
Listen to him, he's lying.
How old was he when the English took him from you to fight in their wars? 11? 12? He survived.
Tell me.
There was a survey done in England 50 years later. He lived a long time too. Look, just below his name. He had... I can only imagine
If somebody took my child, no one should have to grieve alone like that.
That's good.
I know why Malivore wants Cleo.
It's a man, that. It's not a monster. Come on, Hope. Oh, stab. Oh, she's chosen. It's a human, that. Well, yeah, a figure.
Like I said, nobody's dying today.
How have you not got a bruise from getting stabbed off that? We've seen the Vampire Diaries, people get stabbed and they get hurt.
You were there to keep me safe.
Truth is that you were a kind and brilliant badass, and I'm lucky to have you as my friend.
Why do you think it ran away?
I don't know, but something about it felt familiar.
I have called it.
Werewolves. I get why you wanted me to stay behind. I'd be dead if you had. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and make another one of those janky masks. I have a feeling you're gonna need it.
I'm gonna need a superhero name.
Now, I will handle the hero names, right?
Is he gonna come back and tell her?
Seeing somebody else. I'm afraid you just get your heart broken. I'm sorry.
Twin codes say anything against cuddling after one twin has moved out. It's encouraged, actually.
They get me like this, man. Like, I love this scene, but like I don't like what she said to her, even though she's trying to do it on a nice way.
I feel so much pressure, you know, like I have to be happy no matter what. Like I'm afraid that if
that happiness went away, it might never come back.
I'll see no flies on them.
Dr. Saltzman told me what happened. You underestimate yourself. Because of you, the Banshee found peace. When you were inside her mind, did you discover why Malivore wants me?
Never had a genius monster hunting idea until I was standing next to you.
I'm trying to think of any situations where other people have been around her and come up with like a good idea. That's really interesting. Do you know what? I've liked this episode. There's been lots of guessing, lots of interesting information passed on as well, and I've actually physically enjoyed it. Like, again, with the Lizzie situation, I feel like she just needs... she does... It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I.e., like, she's progressing very much, but she's doing what she thinks is best for Josie, okay? Absolutely respect it. But Josie needs to make that decision herself. She needs to know she's a wolf, and whether she likes it or not, that's her own opinion. You know, she thinks that she's going to be hurt off that information. So I'll tell you what, I'll tell you something else, but then that something else has just absolutely ruined her. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't go back and, oh no, actually I was kidding. You know, she's a wolf. Like, she's already too far deep by just saying she's with someone else, because you can't go back in it now. Like, and then when it gets found out she's not, it's just, because it will come out. Because she's going to come to school and she'll be like, I don't know, man. It's going to come out. It's going to make Lizzie look bad again. And I know she's trying to do the right thing. She's trying to help her sister. But I think Josie said this episode, mate, please don't help. Even though at the end she was like, yeah, can you do magic? But it's just one of them. You get involved, you get in deep, and then it's just not good.
Oh, you still don't know where it came from, huh?
No, but today is still a win. You know why Malivore's after Cleo? She's a muse. Like inspiration muse? A witch who's the 7th daughter of the 7th daughter.
Oh, here we go. He's always been consistent in trying to kill Hope. Yeah, look. Oh. Oh, that's interesting, mate. Now, I'm not being funny. I know I've got a big, absolute moppet on my head, but I would notice if a bit of it was taken. Yeah. The guy didn't take a strand. He took an absolute whip off, mate. She whips her hair back and forth like Willow Smith. Half of it's missing. Like, it's in his hand, like, literally. She's going to notice. And Landon as well, he got some of his. So, good episode, honestly. I'm saying that's Ryan Clark in that. I like how he's saying that Cleo is the 7th daughter of a 7th daughter or something. I don't know what he said. But she's an inspirator. She inspires people. Now, I think that's very good. Good twist again. I like how some people have more magical traits than just one. I think it's great. I actually feel really sad for Joseph because she thinks that she's not got a chance now, when in fact that's not really true. She couldn't spend time with her because she's a wolf, mate, which I give a round of applause. I'm going to do again because I didn't expect it. Good twist. Now, MG and E10, again, they're getting on really well. I just have a little feeling, right, how can you say it, that Ethan's high on the supernatural. Like, he's found out, he's like, way so high. And now he wants to be all his time around MG because he's supernatural. And not all his time around MG because he enjoys MG. Hopefully that makes sense. So, right now, it's like, the only way I could describe it in a better sense, if I was using another one, is everybody might want to be friends with Drake, the singer, because he's rich and famous. And obviously, like, he's a good-looking chap and that, but rich and famous. He's got all these people around him. Yeah, Drake. But if he was not famous, would all those people be there? And that is what I'm trying to say. Like, he at first would liked MG, and they found that he's supernatural, and now he's high in it. He's consistently, anything that he's doing, it is related to supernatural things. So that's like using MG, so to speak. He's not physically using him, but it's the only way I can describe it. Like, he's using MG's powers to fuel his highness and relationship and his stuff that is going on in his life to get them away. And like, I just hope that he actually does in the end. Like MG was like, mate, we don't have to do all this supernatural stuff. You just go to class, chill, be normal. He's like, blah, 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 and told his life story or whatever. You know, like, got his little violin out. But, so it's interesting. It actually is. I mean, he has a little sick little barn. Like, yeah, but proper his kitted out. Looks decent. But again, I think this episode was great. I think this was one of the better ones of the season, to be honest, because it had lots of twists and turns, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, and that is going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully, guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. What a good episode. Who expected Finch to be a wolf? Not me. I think it was definitely a good twist. It's really, really interesting. I mean, obviously, Lizzie's tried to help Josie this episode. Tried to help her get with Finch. And then, obviously, found out when she was a wolf, she's gone and lied to Josie, hasn't she? She's obviously doing it thinking it's her best interest. She's not doing it being selfish or nothing. She's obviously just assessed the situation and feels like it's better off that she thinks that she's gone out with somebody else. I'm presuming that's because Josie wants to separate herself away from magic in general right now. Obviously, like, she feels like the best thing in her life is to not be around anything magical, supernatural. She wants to try and live a normal life. She said that. So you got to respect it. You got to understand where Lizzie's coming from as well. She's not doing it from a selfish standpoint. She's not doing it because she wants to get Finch out alive so that, you know, Josie relies on Lizzie again and they spend all the time together. She's doing it in a way of putting her sister first and her feelings and thinking, and she's assessed it objectively and thinks that this is the best play to make sure that her feelings stay, you know, like, well, strong. But in reality, it's devastated her. She's crying, and it did bring them two together closer, which I like. But I just hope that it doesn't flip when it comes out, because it's going to, clearly. You know, somebody, well, MG's got her. Straight away, they could go to school and MG could be like, mate, Finch is a werewolf. And that's it. Messed it up already. Takes one little slip. Like, it's not even a slip. MG would tell Josie. I have no doubts about that at all. Because why would he not, you know? And so, I mean, it's going to be really interesting how this one plays out. And I hope that the sisters don't clash heads and it, like, wrecks a relationship. I just don't. Cleo, I mean, we didn't really see Caleb. Don't think we see him at all this episode. But I like how they said that she inspires people, you know. I don't think we see much inspiration around her, to be honest. I feel like the main things that we see with Cleo is she's been a good team asset. I feel like her knowledge has been really good and she's helped everybody. And, like, I don't think that her being here has made everyone else better. I just think her being here has made her really good. So, like, obviously she might have inspired everyone around it, but I personally have not noticed it. I'm not saying that they haven't. I've just noticed that she's been decent and been involved in most things. So, like I said, she killed the leprechaun even though they didn't really want it to die. She cast a spell that brought one specific monster here when we didn't know that we could do it. She had knowledge as well. She had the book. She knew how to, like, lock them in the boundaries. She's been really good. You know, she even helped Hope get the idea of creating a thing to raise money to try and distance herself away from giving too much hope into Landon. So I just feel like she's been really good. And to be honest, if she inspired people, she would have been inspiring Hope 10 times more than Hope. You remember when Hope wanted to find Landon? She found out it's a possibility that he's alive and Malivore was there. And she was adamant, mate. She was like, man, I need to get him. Yeah. And she was like, I think you need to, like, step back a little bit. Where, to be honest, if she's inspiring, Hope would have been like, woo, Landon. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I've not seen the inspiration. I've just seen that Cleo's been really good. I actually like her so far. Like I said, you got to take things at face value that you see. E10, I don't mind him. Think he's decent. I just don't want him to be using MG. I don't want all their relationship to be around, you're supernatural, let's do all supernatural things. Let me get my highs off it. I want it to be because he likes MG as a person, and then the supernatural is an added bonus. So, yeah, we can go and play football. I can throw the ball, you can get it rapid. We can go out and you can tell me if, you know, girls are into us. We can go and, like, if we're walking down the road, someone's got a crime, we can go and save it. All that sort of stuff becomes in a natural day, not that you're specifically going out to do supernatural things. And I feel like that's the way they're going, because they're partners now, you know, not sidekicks. They're getting super squad names, you know. It's going to be just interesting to see how it plays out. But to me, like I said, my favourite one, the most interesting one, is Finch. Now, I've got to say, when we go into season 4, I actually think that she's not going to be in the show. No idea why. I think that Cleo and Finch are just fillers. Well, not fillers, because I don't know if someone's coming back to replace them. But I think that them two are just going to be season 3 cast members. I think they're going to come in, do the job this season like they have done. Been really good so far, to me, in my personal opinion. But I think that they're not going to continue after season 4. You get that all the time. You get people coming in, have a good season, leave. And I think that might be them as well. But I actually would like them to stay. Cleo's really good. She's been a good asset to the Super Squad, to the team. She's getting a relationship with Kayla going, which I really like. Because if he's not going to have MG in the school, I would like her to be around, because it just makes him smile, makes us smile. We like it. Another relationship they can get behind. We're not just got one. And yeah, I'm really interested. But that is going to wrap up today's episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.